morning brings us to the Mizpah Hotel, which, like Tonopah itself, has lived its own boom and bust life. These days, it's booming again, so we're here to see and learn all about it with Chambrea Fowles.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Mizpah.
Thank you. It's great to be here. What a beautiful building. What I'm looking at, it feels authentically period to the original Mizpah. Is that true?
Yes, when the hotel closed the first time and then did reopen, they did remodel, but not so extreme. So it did keep that very authentic era feel.
It actually went through the process of closing a couple of times in its history, right?
It did. It closed for the first time in the 60s. It did reopen its doors in 1976, and then it was open until 2000 and reopened again in 2011 when Fred and Nancy Klein took it over and did a beautiful job restoring the entire place.
So really a lot of the spirit that you feel in the hotel is that original spirit because there is so much of
the originality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting choice of words, spirit. I understand there are some tales of spirits in this building, right?
There are several, and I will gladly give you the history behind all of those.
That'd be great.
I'm going to take you to my favorite part of the hotel.
Well, it seems like it's a very maybe secret part of the hotel.
It is. This is actually the original entrance when the hotel first opened. Yes.
How did people get in here?
So when technology started to take off, essentially, we actually had to lift parts of the town to run sewage pipes, water pipes, electric, and all that.
Oh, wow.
So we are actually standing right outside the front of the Mizpah.
This seems like a place that if there were going to be spirits, they might hang out in here.
Well, they don't stay in one place, so do keep that in mind.
Oh, all right.
I have had several experiences with this hallway. Myself and the hotel manager were actually standing just right outside of the door where the staircase goes up. And we saw a very dark, heavy shadow just move slowly right under the door, and we both froze. We opened the door and there's nobody there. Not very many people take the stairs. It's actually very steep and it's actually kind of dangerous feeling. So not very many people take it. I won't. A huge part of this area was actually used for the mining as well as banking. So just over here in this room is the original ore bucket where they would transport the silver as well as bringing the money down.
Wow. So not only is the hotel historic itself, it's sitting on history.
So here is the original vault.
Oh, this is really cool.
Wow, so they stashed money in here in the old days?
Oh yeah. 3 miners actually knew the location of the vault because they actually had a hand in transporting the money down to the basement. They actually at one point had dug a tunnel up through the floor here and robbed the vault. They were very successful except for 2 of the accomplices. One of them became very greedy and shot the other 2 and left them for dead. They were found the next day by a banker at the bottom of the tunnel. So we do have 2 miners that are in the basement, and that's where our ghost stories begin.
On our way up, we learned that the ghost of an elevator operator named Walter sometimes takes people for a ride to the wrong floor. No problems this time, so we check out an infamous spot on floor number 5.
The lady in red was a prostitute when the hotel, was really booming. So she actually stayed up here on the 5th floor. 504, 503, and 502 used to be one larger suite, which is actually where she would stay.
And
pretty much
do some business.
So actually, she was attacked by a jealous ex-lover, and as she tried to escape, he attacked her again. He strangled her to death, just right outside of 502. So she is our most famous resident.
Have you ever met her?
I have not, but a lot of our housekeepers do have experiences, guests. They have said that they've caught her standing at the foot of the bed or even sitting at the foot of the bed in the middle of the night. People have found pearls outside of their doors or on their pillows.
There seems to be a story on just about every floor of this hotel.
What did we find on the 4th floor?
Our guests have seen the figure of an old soldier actually standing at the very end of the hall. My guess is that he's actually from World War II era, because we actually did have a lot of gentlemen that actually stayed here at the Mizpah before being deployed.
So maybe it was a soldier that had a really great time at the Mizpah, or this was a happy moment that he came back to.
306 is definitely our most significant room. So a lot of our guests actually complain of noises and activity, so to speak.
But the ghost hunters probably ask for 306.
You know, I honestly think that 502 is more their speed.
Okay.
They would ask for.
They want to meet the lady.
The lady always comes first.
The Mizpah has many more sights and stories than we are able to show today, and we look forward to a return visit.